Hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to day 5 of our 30-day yoga challenge. So today is our first power flow practice together, and we're just going to basically get nice and warm. We're going to get out of our comfort zone a little bit and try some new things. I'm going to suggest a block of some kind just to help with balance a little bit. Maybe it's a chair, maybe it's a book, maybe it's even a wall close by, and just a little bit of space to move would be great. And let's get started. All right, you guys, so if you do have something to help you with some balance stuff later, move it off to the side. And I want to start standing up today. So the goal of today's practice, as I just mentioned, is basically just to get nice and warm. That's it, that's all. So find a nice tall standing position at the top of your mat. Your feet could be together or hip width apart, and then roll your shoulders back and down, turning your palms to face forward. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Try to stretch your palms a little bit. Maybe even wiggle your fingers. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. Nice, you guys. Take a big inhale. Start to reach your arms up above your head. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, half lift. Lift that chest. Feel the length of the legs. Nice long spine. And exhale, folding forwards. Bend those knees. Release the low back and use an inhale to come up to standing. All the way up. Reach up. Look up maybe. And exhale your hands through heart center. Down to your sides, maybe add a shoulder roll. Take a big inhale, reach up. Can you spread your fingers wide? And exhale, fold. Nice job, you guys. Inhale for your half lift. Lengthen that spine. Exhale, folding forwards. Bend those knees if it feels good. Inhale, we're coming back up. Reach up, look up. And exhale your hands through heart center to your sides. Let's do one more. Roll your shoulders back and down. Big inhale, reaching up. And exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time let's plant our hands and walk our feet back into downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. So take just a few breaths here. Maybe pedal the feet a few times. Kind of notice how you're feeling so far today, how you're feeling after our practice yesterday. We will be building on all those nice joint strengthening postures that we did yesterday in that old featured practice, which I really love. So take a nice big breath in. Big breath out, and then use an inhale. Let's look forwards between our hands, and exhale, walk or step. You could jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, pause at the top, standing nice and tall. Take another big inhale. And use the exhale as you fold back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Planting your hands. This time we're going to step back into downward facing dog. And just take one nice big breath in and big breath out. And then with your next inhale, we're going to come forwards into a high plank. So any discomfort through the wrists, you can find your forearms. You can even lower to your knees. Just breathe. Draw your belly button in. Let's take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, bend your elbows. Slowly lower yourself down. Hug your elbows into your sides, chaturanga. You can come all the way onto your tummy. Untuck your toes. Find the top of your feet and inhale. Start to lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back and down. Cobra. You can stay low. You can lift that chest higher, maybe upward facing dog, pushing into the top of the feet, lifting your legs off of the mat. Drop the shoulders from the ears. Let's take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, push yourself back into downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. With an inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing, reaching up, looking up, pausing at the top, and standing tall here. Stay for an inhale, and use the exhale to fold all the way back down. Awesome, you guys. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands. We're stepping back into our downward dog. Just here for one full breath. Getting nice and warm. Big inhale. Big exhale. Using an inhale, start to shift your weight forwards again into your plank. Maybe on those forearms, maybe on your knees. Stay for one more big breath in. And as you exhale, lower. Slow. Hug your elbows into your sides. Chaturanga. Switch the top of your feet. Inhale. Lift your chest. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Push on back. Downward facing dog. Awesome work, you guys. Take a nice big inhale and a nice big exhale. Beautiful. With an inhale, let's look forwards again. And exhale, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing. Reaching up, looking up, stand tall. One more inhale. And this time as you exhale, lower your hands through heart center and down to your sides. Nice work, you guys. All right, let's work on our balance a little bit. So we saw the toe squat, the toe balance yesterday. So I want you to have something in front of you that might help you balance. Maybe it's a wall beside you or your block or a chair of some kind in front. But we're going to bring our feet together and we're going to lift our heels off of the mat. All right, so lift those heels. Might just be a little bit, might be a lot. Find your balance though. Kind of squeeze your legs together. Look at something that is not moving. And then we're going to start to bend our knees and try to keep our heels lifted the whole time. So move nice and slow. Squeeze your knees together. Squeeze your legs together. Let the knees bend and let your hips try to come down towards your heels. And then that block or that chair might be there for some support. Or maybe you don't need to grab onto anything. You're killing it. You're breathing. There might be a big smile on your face, or maybe you fell over to the side. Doesn't matter. Come back. Let's regroup. We're going to come up to standing and try to keep the heels lifted. Nice, strong ankles here, nice, strong legs. So squeeze the knees together. Use an inhale and slowly start to come all the way back up. Squeeze the legs together. And then let the heels find the ground and relax. You can shake out your legs if you need to, or maybe you're feeling good. You like that sensation that's running through those legs right now. I want to do that one more time, but just a little bit faster. So lift the heels just a little faster if it works, but you can go as slow as you'd like. Squeeze the legs together. Slowly bend the knees. Try to bring those hips down to the heels, keeping those heels lifted. Grab onto something if you need it, and then we're coming back up. Squeeze those legs together. I swear it helps keep control, keep balanced. Lift those heels. And then release. Nice work, you guys. Give those legs a little shake. You can move your prop off to the side. Shake out those legs a little bit more if you need to. And then find the top of your mat again. Roll your shoulders back and down. Take a big inhale as you reach up. And exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lifts. Exhale, we're going to plant our hands, stepping back into our downward dog, and you can stay in downward dog. You could even find child's pose, or you can flow with me into a high plank. Use an inhale, shift your weight forwards. Exhale, lower, maybe halfway chaturanga, maybe all the way onto your tummy. Move to the top of the feet though, as you inhale, lift your chest for your cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift those hips, push back, downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. Using an inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, walk, step, jump. Find your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale to fold forwards. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up. And exhale your hands through heart center, down to your sides. Beautiful, you guys. So we're going to bring our prop with us again. And you can put it in front of your the right side of your mat. I want you to turn so that we can find a nice wide stance. Turn your toes to point forwards, and then make sure your prop, whatever might be helping you balance, is in front of your right foot. So find a nice wide stance here, you guys. Bring your hands to your hips. Take an inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, so start to tip forwards, folding, feeling the length through the back of the legs. Maybe your hands are going to stay on your hips, or gently rest your fingertips on the floor. But we're going to use a big inhale to lift the upper body right back up. Nice, you guys. And then just turn your toes out a little bit. We're going to bend our right knee and come into a side lunge. So you might need to widen your feet a little bit. I want your left leg straight and your right leg starting to bend. And then we're going to come all the way down as low as we can go into this side lunge. Like we want to sit back on that right heel and keep our left leg out long. I like to point my left toes up to the ceiling. Whatever works for you. Just wake up that left leg though. Find some balance. That right heel's lifting. Your block is here. Maybe a chair, maybe the wall to support you and lift your chest. And then maybe you don't need your block. And you can have a nice big smile on your face. How's it going, guys? We're going to use a big inhale to lift our hips all the way back up. Find your center, adjust your feet a little bit, and come all the way up to standing as gracefully as you can. Oops, we forgot to grab our prop. Move it in front of your other foot if you are using something. If you're not using something, that's awesome too. And we're going to take that nice side lunge on the other side. So bend your left knee. Maybe pulse it a few times. Nice strong through those legs. And then as gracefully as you can, lower yourself down. Adjust the feet. Wiggle around a little bit. The chances of you being in the perfect position for that perfect balance right when you come down without making any adjustments is kind of rare. But maybe it does happen. But don't be afraid to make adjustments. That's what the message is. So lifting that left heel up, strengthening that ankle. Can you lift your chest a little more? Are you hanging on to something? Are you not? Breathe. Maybe that smile is creeping onto your face, into those lips. Beautiful, you guys. And with an inhale, we're going to start to lift ourselves all the way back up to standing. Wiggle it out, shake it out. Let's just turn our toes to point forwards again. Bring your hands to your hips. Take an inhale. This is supposed to be a break. As you exhale, tip forwards and feel the length through the legs. Just fold as far as feels good. Nice work, you guys. And then using an inhale, we're coming right back up. Awesome. And you can start to find your way back to the top of your mat, moving your block off to the side. Rolling your shoulders back and down, taking a big inhale, reaching up. And exhale as you fold forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into downward dog. Stay here. maybe take child's pose, or if you want to flow, you can use an inhale, coming into a high plank, and exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Using an inhale, looking forwards between your hands. And exhale, walk, step, maybe jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing, reaching up, looking up. And exhaling your hands through heart center and down to your sides. Nice work, you guys. We are going to bring our feet out to the edges of our mat. If you have something, well, actually just keep your prop off to the side for a moment. But turn your toes out a little bit. We're going to bend our knees and come to a yogi squat, so the deepest squat that you possibly can find. So bend those knees, keep your chest lifted. Bend those knees. You might be here. You might be all the way down here. Maybe your elbows can find the inside of your knees, and you can lift your chest. We're going to use some of those strengthening wrist exercises that we did yesterday for our crow pose. So we did some strengthening exercises for the wrists in that practice yesterday. And we need those nice strong wrists to help us with our crow pose. So you guys, if you know where you're going, jump up into your crow. If you have no idea, you're going to bring your hands about shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. Your fingers can bend a little bit here. Your fingers are like little claws kind of to help you balance. And then you can start to lift your hips. Maybe you're already standing up, taking a break from that nice deep squat. But your hands are shoulder width apart. You're going to bend your elbows, your triceps. Your knees want to find your triceps as close to your armpits as you can allow them to go. And your arms are just like a little shelf for the rest of your body, for your legs. And your fingers are little claws to help you balance and prevent you from tipping forwards. And then your toes, you're going to start to walk them towards one another to the middle of your mat. So rest your knees on your triceps. Push into your fingertips and walk your toes towards one another. And then maybe one foot wants to lift, maybe the other, looking to the top of your mat. And then you can just let that go and you can come down. Maybe you end up in your yogi squat and you want to lift the chest and take a break. Maybe you're coming all the way up to standing for your break. Maybe you're going to try your crow pose again. So hands about shoulder width apart. Again, kind of bend the fingers, your fingertips. You want to push into them. It's going to stop you from tipping forwards. But don't worry, you're not too far from the ground. So if you do tip forwards, use those nice strong arms to slow down that little tip forwards. But bend the elbows, knees to the triceps. Push into the fingertips. Look to the top of your mat. Walk your toes together. Draw your belly in. Maybe float the feet. Nice, you guys. Whatever you're doing, however it's going, shake it off. Shake it off. Maybe wiggle the hips. Rock it out. Maybe you're finding your way all the way up to standing. Awesome job, you guys. Walk your feet together, getting out of our comfort zone a little bit today, getting nice and warm. So take a nice big inhale and exhale. Roll your shoulders back and down. With an inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, nice long spine. And exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back, downward facing dog. Just another inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your knees down to your mat. Set up your tabletop, and we're just going to take our counter stretch for the wrists. So take one hand, bring the top of your hand to the floor. Just kind of bend that wrist, stretch that wrist the other way. And you can switch sides, fingers pointing towards the knee. Awesome, you guys. And if you feel like you need a little bit more, if that crow pose was a lot, just do a couple wrist circles. And also, while we're here, just slow down your breath a little bit more. Relax. Nice job, you guys. So I want to just spend a few moments in child's pose. You can bring your knees out nice and wide. We'll bring our forehead down to the ground, maybe reaching the arms out in front. Or you can actually bring your arms beside you and let your palms face up. And if your forehead doesn't come all the way down, just grab a pillow of some kind of block to rest it on. Let your shoulders be heavy. Awesome, you guys. When you're feeling good, just use an inhale. Lift your forehead, lift your chest. You can bring your knees together. Cross your ankles. Bringing your legs out in front. And let's just roll down onto our backs. Nice and slow. And maybe your knees want to come into your chest. And you can add a rock side to side, whether your feet are on the floor, your knees are hugging towards your chest. Just kind of massaging the low back. Continuing to slow down the heart rate and the breath. Nice work, you guys. And then if you want, you can find some length through the legs and your feet up into the air even more. Just encouraging your low back into the ground. Taking the weight out of the feet, out of the ankles, maybe even adding a couple ankle circles. And then eventually just letting your knees bend, your feet find the floor. And you can walk your legs out long. Bring your feet out to the edges of your mat. Resting your arms at your sides. Closing your eyes. And you might notice that all that nice body heat that we were creating just before might start to leave you. And as always, I encourage you guys to stay here. Stay in shavasana for as long as you have time for. You guys made it through all the work. I'm so proud of you. And tomorrow we get to take it easy. So enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Namaste.